A young family moves to an old, isolated house in a village, searching for a fresh start. The house, though run down, offers them peace and quiet. However, strange noises begin to emerge from the walls and floors, unsettling them. The mother brushes it off, attributing it to the house's age, but an eerie feeling lingers. The family tries to settle into their new life, but at night, strange knocking sounds start coming from within the walls. The parents are uneasy but dismiss it as the house settling. As the night stretches on, they feel as though something is watching them from the shadows. Despite trying to stay calm, they can't shake the feeling of impending doom. On the first night, the house seems to groan under its own weight. A door creaks open by itself, waking the family. The mother checks the house but finds nothing. As the strange noises continue, the parents try to convince themselves it's just the house being old. Still, the tension is palpable and sleep becomes difficult. Sophie, the young daughter, claims to have seen a dark shadow moving down the hallway. Her parents dismiss it as a bad dream, but Sophie insists that it was real. The family's unease grows. The house feels oppressive, as if it holds secrets. Despite trying to ignore it, they begin to question what's happening. Sophie continues to see the shadow, claiming it moves through the house at night. The family is unsettled as objects are found out of place. Sophie grows more agitated, refusing to sleep alone. The parents decide to research the history of the house, hoping to find an explanation. What they discover will change everything. The family uncovers the house's tragic past. The previous owners, a mother and child, were brutally murdered here, and the case was never solved. Locals believe the spirits of the victims still haunt the house. As the haunting grows stronger, the family realizes they are not alone, and something evil is lurking. The mother visits the library and learns more about the house's violent history. The previous owners died in a mysterious murder, and the house has been abandoned for years. Locals believe the spirits of the mother and child are trapped within the walls. As she shares this with her husband, the tension between them grows. The husband is skeptical but can't deny the strange occurrences happening in the house. As objects continue to move on their own, Sophie's fear intensifies. She refuses to sleep alone, and her cries echo through the house. The family must now face the truth: the house is haunted, and its dark past is coming back to life. The haunting becomes more intense. The family hears whispers in the walls and feels cold spots throughout the house. One night, the mother hears someone call her name. Terrified, she searches the house but finds no one. The air feels thick with a presence that grows stronger with each passing day. Sophie hears the voice calling her name as well. She's certain the spirits are trying to communicate. The family becomes aware that the spirits of the murdered mother and child are restless, and they are reaching out for something. The family is being drawn into the spirits' tragic past, and they feel helpless. The mother sees the ghostly face of a woman in the bathroom mirror, her hollow eyes filled with rage. When her husband enters, the figure vanishes, leaving her terrified. The mother tries to shake it off, but she can't forget the expression on the ghost's face. The haunting feels personal now. The mother sees the figure again, this time more clearly. The ghost's mouth moves, but no sound comes out. The mother is paralyzed with fear. She tells her husband, but he doesn't see anything. The house is closing in on them, and the spirits are making their presence known in increasingly terrifying ways. As the days pass, the family's nightmares grow worse. The father dreams of being trapped in the house, while the children see visions of the murdered woman. The entire family feels the oppressive weight of the haunting, and they are sleep-deprived, on edge. The house has become a place of terror, where no one feels safe. The family's exhaustion leads to arguments. Sophie refuses to sleep alone, and the tension between the parents grows. Desperate, the mother seeks out a local medium to rid the house of its dark presence. The medium arrives, and the family prepares for what is sure to be a life-changing encounter. The medium enters the house and immediately senses the powerful spirits trapped within. She begins a ritual to communicate with them, and the house grows colder. The spirits fight back, their whispers turning to cries for help. The medium warns the family that they are about to enter the most dangerous part of the ritual, and they must remain strong. The ritual intensifies, and the house shakes violently. The spirits are furious, their anger directed at the family. The medium's health deteriorates, and the family realizes they are facing something far darker than they imagined. The spirits demand justice, and the family must make a choice: continue the ritual or risk losing everything. As the ritual escalates, the spirits grow more violent. The family is pushed to their breaking point as the house seems to come alive with rage. The medium is barely holding on, and the family begins to question whether they can finish the ritual or if they will be consumed by the spirits. Every moment is filled with fear. The family struggles to maintain control as the house groans and creaks with the spirit's fury. The medium can barely speak, her voice growing weaker as she channels the energy of the spirits. The family must step in to help, confronting the vengeful spirits in a final, desperate attempt to free themselves from the house's curse. The ritual reaches its peak, and the spirit's fury is unleashed. The family faces the full force of the ghost's anger as the house trembles. The mother, her heart racing, steps forward to take part in the ritual, her fear overwhelming but her love for her family pushing her forward. The family must make their final stand. As the ritual reaches its climax, the house shakes violently, and the spirits scream in agony. The family holds on, using all their strength to complete the ritual. In the final moments, the spirits are calmed, their rage subsiding as the house falls silent. The family collapses, exhausted, but the house is finally at peace. The family tries to move on after the haunting, but they are forever changed by the experience. The house seems quieter now, but the memories of the spirits still linger. They can't shake the feeling that something was left behind, and they often hear faint whispers in the night. The family slowly begins to rebuild their lives, but they are forever haunted by the memories of what happened in the house. Sophie, in particular, is disturbed by the lingering presence of the spirits. She often has nightmares, and the family wonders if the curse truly was broken or if something darker still resides in the walls. Sophie begins to have strange dreams, visions of the murdered mother and child. The spirits seem to be calling her, and she feels an overwhelming urge to find out more about their deaths. The family starts to wonder if the haunting is truly over or if the spirits are still trying to communicate. Sophie's dreams become more vivid, and she starts to see the spirits during the day. The family grows fearful once more. Is the house truly rid of its curse, or are the spirits simply waiting for something? The family decides to leave, but they can't escape the haunting memories that follow them. Years later, the family returns to the house, seeking closure. The house has been abandoned, its walls still holding the echoes of the past. The air is thick with the presence of something. As they explore, they find signs that the spirits are still there, waiting for something or someone. The family's return to the house awakens the spirits once more. The haunting becomes more intense, and the family is forced to confront the ghosts of the past in a final, terrifying showdown. This time, they are determined to put the spirits to rest once and for all. The family begins a new ritual, hoping to finally bring peace to the spirits. As they gather their strength, the spirits become more agitated. The house seems to come alive with the energy of the past, and the family struggles to keep their resolve. The ritual reaches its peak, but the spirits resist. The family must face the darkest aspects of the haunting, confronting their fears and their past in order to complete the ritual. As they struggle, the spirits grow more desperate, unwilling to let go. The family finally succeeds in completing the ritual. The spirits are laid to rest, their anger subsiding. The house falls silent for the first time in years. The family, exhausted but relieved, says their final goodbye to the haunted place. With the spirits at peace, the family leaves the house, never to return. The haunting is over, but the scars it left behind will never fade. As they drive away, they feel a sense of closure, knowing they have freed the spirits and themselves from the house's dark grip.